First, a blue moon is when 2 full moons fall in the same month. With USA Radio News, I'm Val Dior.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
The product that you have given me here is, as far as I'm concerned, sent to me from heaven. I love it a great deal. It's hard to find anything that's real nowadays. I enjoy it immensely. It's making my life so much better. I feel so much better. And during this pandemic, I have no worries whatsoever. My immune system has got to be at a top-notch level. I don't seem to get colds or anything. I don't know what getting sick is anymore. This is so cool.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or by going to balanceofnature.com and make sure to receive this special radio offer by using discount code USA.
Some of the best herbs to help with anxiety and insomnia. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
Whether at your local green market, corner grocery store, or neighborhood restaurant, you're supporting your community when you buy local.
Food grown right here by Florida farmers doesn't need to be shipped as far.
That saves fuel and cuts emissions.
Buying local is more than just supporting area businesses and growers.
It's buying fresh, wholesome, and delicious food for your family.
Products you trust from people you trust.
Fresh from Florida.
Good for the environment.
Good for the economy.
Good for you.
Hi, I'm Greg Peterson of the Peterson Farm Brothers. If you've seen our videos, you know we're proud to be farmers. Farming can be dangerous. Never assume location or depth of underground utilities or pipelines. Before you start any work on your farm, call 811 or visit clickbeforeyoudig.com to have underground lines located. It only takes a minute and can save your life.
Never assume the location or depth of underground lines. Always call 811 or visit clickbeforeyoudig.com before you start work. A message from the Pipeline Operators for Ag Safety Campaign.
Living in such uncertain times can certainly cause anyone to have a bit of stress. And with stress comes anxiety and restlessness. Luckily, there are many herbs that are known to help calm anxiety and promote sleep. You may already have these in your cupboard or your garden right now, such as German chamomile, lemon balm, and lavender. Catnip. While this member of the mint family drives our feline friends wild, it has a sedative effect on humans. Passion flower is known to alleviate anxiety, panic, and insomnia and has mild analgesic effects. It could also be used to help with headaches, muscle aches, and cramps. Other useful herbs include valerian, California poppy, linden, and ghost pipe. This one is a more effective herb for anxiety and insomnia caused by physical pain. It's important to note that everyone reacts differently to plants. Always do your research or check with a medical professional before taking herbs for medicinal purposes. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be partly sunny and less humid with a high of 79 to 83. Clear to partly cloudy skies tonight, low 60 to 72. Then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday all will be mostly sunny. Should be nice days, high Saturday 82 to 86, high Sunday 86 to 88, high Monday 73 to 78. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
My fellow conservatives, I have an urgent message. Vote no on Amendment 3. This is Ryan Chamberlin with Save My Constitution. Amendment 3 will let liberals vote against conservatives in primaries. Liberals hope that Amendment 3 will water down conservative leadership in Florida's legislature so they can raise taxes and limit our gun rights. Let's stop their scheme. Vote no on Amendment 3. Paid electioneering communication paid for by Save My Constitution, 1700 North Monroe Street, Suite 11-253, Tallahassee, Florida, 32303.
We're back. More of Ocala Talks. And in the studio, if I press the right buttons and everything works, we're going to have Mr. Ryan Chamberlin. Are you there? Say hi.
I'm here.
Oh, I hit the right button. Look, I'm so proud of myself. I hit the right buttons and everything. Welcome. He's here to discuss and intelligently inform everybody about Amendment 3.
Amendment 3.
Go for it. You're the man with the plan.
Say no. Say no to Amendment 3.
And why? Why would anybody want to say no to Amendment 3?
Well, and I'll go through it here. Let me kind of summarize. I will tell our listeners, you can go to SaveMyConstitution.com. We've got it laid out for you. For those that want to dig into that, SaveMyConstitution.com.
Yeah.
Say no to 3. Here's really what it does. And here's what it says. It allows all registered voters to vote in primaries for state legislature, governor, and cabinet, regardless of political party affiliation. So all candidates for an office, including the party-nominated candidates, appear on the same primary ballot. So in essence, it eliminates the two-party system in a primary.
No.
That's what they're wanting to do. They're wanting to blend it. And imagine this. Imagine all Republicans and Democrats on one primary, competing in the same primary. How watered down can that message get? I mean,
well, but after they get into that, and then who wins that primary goes on the ballot. It doesn't matter.
Well, here's really the way it works. And I was fortunate enough to kind of live in this environment this year in a U.S. congressional race. So I was in the District 3 congressional race. There were 10 Republican candidates. There were 3 on the Democrat side. So imagine, on our ballot, a Republican ballot had 10, a Democrat ballot had 3. Well, the reason we want everyone to vote no here is because that would combine all 13 onto one ballot. And the top 2 winners, the top 2 candidates that got the most votes, are the only 2 that would move on to a general election. So think about it.
That could be 2 Republicans or it could be 2 Democrats. And it's like, excuse me?
In this race, this is a great example of why we wouldn't want it. 10 candidates dividing up the Republican vote in this area.
Yeah.
3 candidates only divided up the Democrat. Here's the deal. The winner of the Republican primary here won with maybe 20,000 votes. Well, there were potentially several Democrats, because there was only 3 of them, would have gotten more votes than 20,000 because they only divided by 3. We would have only had choice here in north central Florida. In this scenario that I'm painting the picture of, it's potentially we could have only had 2 Democrats available for the general election in a heavy Republican district. I want to say this. I'll kick it to you for any questions or dialogue here.
Sure.
This is bad for both sides.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Both sides, yeah. What if it was the other way around?
There are scenarios. Now, typically, here's what we know. There's certain traits and values that the Republican side would have, certain traits, values that the Democrats would have. So the tendencies are that this sort of manipulation tends to move things more toward the liberal, more toward the left side. Republicans entering a race now competing with the Democrat. They know they have to compete with that message. What it does, it really ends up watering down the conservative message. There is no conservative choice anymore if this happens.
Right.
Because everybody's competing for that, for everything.
Now, I don't know if I should ask. If I'm asking the wrong question, please shut me down quick. Who put this through?
Well, that's a great question, because anytime you start messing with constitutional items, let's go back to the root of who's funding this to make this happen. Well, it just so happens to be bankrolled by some anti-Trump money billionaires. They really want to move Florida to feel more like a California, and this moves it along that line. Issues like border security, gun control over time just get watered down, and we do not need them watered down. So I'm here to represent the conservative
message. Have you ever been to California?
I have been there. It's a great place to visit, just for about a week.
That's about it. But
nice weather.
And taxes up the yin-yang. I mean, no. We've got enough problems here in Florida. We don't need more. And to me, this what do they say? No-brainer, and off.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, and off mic before you started on, I gave Wesley the kudos.
Yeah, for breaking it down for us.
Breaking it down and putting it on the sample ballot, and take your time. You've got it at your house. Everybody's got one. I hope you didn't throw it away. I hope you just take your time. And if you threw it away by accident, you can go online and look at it.
Yeah.
And take your time and read it. Common sense.
Read it. Let's jump on that just for a quick second.
Sure.
Because as voters, we want to be as educated as possible, and we check yes or no on anything like this. We have to be very concerned with the creative language that they use on these ballots to make things sound pretty and nice. Matter of fact, Amendment 3 on the ballot is called All Voters Vote. I mean, that just sounds nice. All voters should be able to vote.
Well, we do anyway.
You don't until you dig in and find out what's really happening.
Exactly.
And as if we have a broken system. See, the two-party system's been working. I mean, we may not like it if our candidate doesn't win time here, time there. But for the most part, when you start messing with how votes are calculated, tabulated, and just creatively word something, and here's what's scary, it's on the ballot. If enough people checked yes, that's a bad thing.
Check no.
Check no.
Amendment 3. Get that, no, say it, Amendment 3. Check no, and you're kicking through all the reasons why.
Yep.
And it's what is it? How they say in school? It's not a brain. And, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand it, but you have to understand the wording of it, and that's why you're here. Yep. And I'm glad you're here just for our listeners to understand what the heck's going on. And I cleaned that up because I'm on radio, but.
Well, when you go to SaveMyConstitution.com, you're going to see that there's so many reasons to say no to this. I mean, saying this kind of amendment ends up costing taxpayers millions and millions of dollars. It waters down the system. It gets rid of a conservative choice. In some cases, it gets rid of even a super liberal choice. So it's bad for both sides. It's not good for our system.
No.
We just encourage you to say no. Let's get it off the ballot. We don't want to see this again back on there.
Now, that's another question. Again, this is your arena. I'm usually the spectator, so I get to ask questions now.
Sure, go.
It's on the ballot this year. 4 years goes by. Can they throw it back on the ballot again? Let's say I'm going to be again. It's voted down. Hooray! It's voted down. It's out the window.
Here's what I see happening. Now, there's certainly more experts that are more knowledgeable than me on this, but I see if they if it gets shot down, the idea of them coming up with a new way of wording something, a new way of phrasing something, a new way of getting it back on a ballot, I don't think that's way out there to think that there's a group of people that are going to keep pressing. And we just have to, as voters, see. One thing I really became more aware of this year is, hey, we all know this. We've got some problems with the elected officials that we have put into office. And, the more responsibility we take on not letting this stuff continue to go through, the better. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm a American citizen, just like everybody else listening.
Yes, so, I like that.
I'm in the hot seat as well. Everybody's in the hot seat, but I think that we have seen a great awareness, a great awakening to the responsibility of taking this stuff super serious.
Yeah. You're not looking for an argument from me. You're not going to get one. I stand up for the American flag. I salute it. I'm a veteran, so thank you very much. I go for it. And it irks out of me when people don't respect it, don't respect the freedoms they have. This is our freedom. This is the Constitution. This is what we're talking about here. And for people, okay, they have their ideas. This is an idea someone had.
Yeah.
Agree or disagree? Well, in this, we're disagreeing. Why? Because we're not just pulling out of our hats that we're disagreeing because you're different. No, you're different. You're doing it. No. We're Republicans. You're Democrat. No. It's because it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. It's purposely meant to water down the message, to move things just in a direction that things like border security, gun control that are typically conservative issues start to not become as relevant. And we've got to keep them relevant.
They're still building the wall.
100%. And so, I just encourage you, go to SaveMyConstitution.com or forward that out. Help spread the word, Save No.
Again,
on Amendment 3. And realize when I say Amendment 3, and I've had a lot of these conversations. I know our listeners or if you're listening to this, you're someone that is more educated maybe in this scenario. But a lot of people don't understand that there's the United States Constitution, then there's the Florida Constitution. This is messing with the Florida Constitution.
Exactly.
Florida is an important state in all elections, but we're talking about a lot now with the presidential election. So we start messing with the way things happen in Florida, we potentially can mess with the way things end up for the rest of the country.
Sure.
And we can say that about each state, but this is messing with Florida's Constitution, the way we do things here in Florida. Say no to Amendment 3, go to SaveMyConstitution.com.
That's why, you beat me too. You said it all right. You must have done this before.
Well, a couple times.
Ryan, I appreciate you coming in. Our listeners do appreciate you coming in. This is phenomenal. I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. Don't stop what you're doing and keep rolling. We'll be back with more from Ocala Talks.